Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another video on the Racing Joker channel. We're doing a vlog. I'm gonna take the M3 to have its emissions done. Pretty simple test as far as I'm aware. As long as it's just an OBD2 scan, I think. Should pass just fine. Unless if they don't like that I've got brake fault codes or something, or the fact that my car, for whatever reason, is still saying it has low tire pressure, even though all the tires are fine. But that should be cool. And then after that was a cop. Then after that, we're gonna get the car washed, and then we'll talk about a BMW M3 GTR that is for sale, apparently. All done. Car passed. Hopefully, it will continue to pass even after we do some modifications to it. We've already done some minor ones, but like more like straight piping, tunes, air intake, and all that sort of stuff that is sometimes frowned upon. Now I'm gonna go and get my my sticker renewed. That's the word I'm looking for. And then I'm gonna get it cleaned, and then we'll talk about the race car that's for sale. It's actually very cool. It's a PTG car. I really want to talk about it right now. We'll talk more about it in a little bit. I got myself paperwork. The car is back to being, it never stopped being legal, but it's renewed. We've got until like sometime in 2022. Fantastic. Oh. So now we're gonna get the car washed. I got the sticker here. I'll put that on in a bit. I think that goes there. Excellent. Sweet. Renewal fee is $163 to renew the sticker. My tires are a little slippery because they're all wet. That was fun. That GMC behind me is trying to swerve around people without using his turn signals. He's like, let's pass that BMW as fast as I possibly can while he's in a turn lane. Oh man. Still not as bad as some of the drivers I've encountered while out on the road. Oh, that's so much better looking. There's still a bit of spots on the front, but it is what it is. The black paint looks so much better now. Gotta appreciate the black paint while we can, because eventually this thing's gonna be purple. Yeah. It's a sweet car. Speaking of black things. Hey, Poocher. Aw, she looks like she's been sleeping. Ain't she so cute? Everyone meet Maple. She's very curious about the microphone because it looks like an animal. Alright, well I'm just gonna finish up the video and then we can go and get some food. You got my wieners? I got wieners? Is there sauce on my wieners? Okay. Okay, awesome, thank you. It looks great. It was only 15 bucks. And it's a lot better than going through a normal car wash, because they hand wash and dry it off so there's no like smear marks or whatever they're called. It's pretty quick too. All right, so the reason why you're at this in this video, hopefully patiently waiting until this point, we're gonna be talking about how there is a PTG built E46 M3 race car for sale. There's an article about it on TopGear.com, and I'm going to read it to you guys. The title on TopGear.com, under I guess the motorsport category is that there is a race car version of this car for sale. It is, their title is, "This E46 M3 GTR would be the ultimate track day toy." Well, let's see how true that is. Australian platform Young Timers Garage has listed a V8 engined E46 M3 GTR Grand Am Racer for sale. Let's paraphrase a little bit. So this car is actually a genuine M3 E46 Motorsports Works factory built race car chassis fitted with a 4.6 liter V8, the S62 out of the E39 M5, an engine typically used by PTG when they wanted to sell customer race cars, as I understand it, and they didn't have access to the P60 B40 because that was basically retired in 2001 when they got kicked out of the American Le Mans series. So, Lemon series, just to piss people off. Like I said, the car is built by PTG, so it doesn't actually have the M3 GTR exterior on it, but it does have the side exhaust that's typical to all of those cars, with the headers and then the X-pipe and then the side exit exhaust tunneling through the floor of the race car and all that cool stuff. So it will also have the FIA certified, presumably, roll cage, which is also very, very cool. And even though it's not the GTR exterior kit, that kit is no joke. The PTG kit is very, very nice. Full 100% genuine carbon fiber. So, anyways, so the PTG, what is considered to be the GT2 GTR-ish body kit, is all carbon fiber, fenders, hood, bumpers, roof, wing, trunk, etc. Basically everything that can cover the chassis is carbon fiber. So that's very, very nice. None of this is talked about in the article. This is just from my knowledge, but I will also give you a link to the article. Like I said, this car is not powered by the P60 B40. No individual will ever be able to own a P60 B40 engine. You're not even supposed to have P60 B40 parts. Though I do know of people out there that have parts and have tried to ask BMW to sell them the rest of the engine, and BMW have said you're not even supposed to have that part anyways. So there is never going to be a point in time where you can have a P60 B40, but you can have this. And this car is no slouch. The S62 V8 is not a bad engine. It's a little bit heavier, I think, because of the material of the block, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not an expert on the S62. But the exhaust system, if I remember correctly, should be just complete full Inconel. The headers themselves should be $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 per header. And then you've got the rest of the system, obviously, and the side exit. You've got that welded roll cage system. You've got the standalone engine management system straight from BMW or PTG, depending on what's still in the car. Obviously, it's been a long time. Yeah, it looks like it's a nice machine. It comes with a whole bunch of spare parts, according to the article, about enough to build a second car, which I think is kind of funny. It's got BBS E88s on there, it looks like, or something similar. It looks like you've got BBS wheels on there. It also comes with wet tires. Yeah, built by Tom Milner's Prototype Technology Group, aka PTG. Just bear in mind, because it is a race car chassis, it is not street legal, and it can never be street legal because it doesn't have a VIN. It just has a chassis stamp number. But if you do pick this up, you would have the exact same type of chassis used on the M3 GTR. Now, you see, the only cars that were designated officially by BMW were the GTR cars with the P60 B40s. I don't think any of the inline 6 cars or the E39 M5 V8 cars are considered actual GTRs. So obviously that makes this article a little bit inaccurate in that regard, just from the title, but that's not a big deal. So I would say this car is more considered to be a Grand Am or a VLN chassis or a GT2 chassis car, so an M3 E46 GT2. Because lots of different engines and transmissions were used in these cars. This car in particular was used in the Grand Am 400 Mile California, 24 Hours of Daytona, and Bathurst 24 Hour, just to name a few, according to this article. It's got a Hewland 6-speed straight cut, not a sequential gearbox, but I imagine it has the flat foot shifting, no lift shifting feature in it. That's one of the really loud straight cut gearboxes, by the way, the Hewland. Very, very, very cool. And obviously you can swap in whatever engine you want. It's honestly a very cool platform. It doesn't say how much it's going to be for sale for, but I imagine you will need at least 6 figures. This car is not going to sell for less than 100 grand. I'd be surprised if it sold for less than 250. But it is a very, very cool thing to be popping up, a genuine PTG race car. It's got the fuel system, it's got the race wheels, it's got all the reinforcement. The engine bay looks really, really, really cool. So yeah, if you guys are interested in buying something like that or know someone else that might, you can send them this video and this article and they can do their research, because you could very easily take this chassis, put the actual genuine M3 GTR V1 body kit on for like $60,000 to $70,000. That's what it costs in parts, and apply it to this chassis. It'll bolt right on just fine because that's what it's built for. And you could do like an S65 or P65 4-liter V8 swap, and you've got probably the closest thing to a genuine M3 GTR anyone's going to ever have. It's going to be more genuine to the car than the car I'm building right now, because I've got this street chassis car, as you guys can see, which I am converting, but it will never be anything like this chassis that I'm talking to you guys about right now. But yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you guys because I thought that was really interesting. This was published in October 27th, so it took me a little bit to actually make this video. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these cars popping up and being for sale, and how you feel about certain car parts for the GTR not being available. I'm sure we're all very frustrated by that, but it does add to the mystique of the original M3 GTR and its original engine. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I am Tom the Racing Joker. It's always fun to make informational videos about BMWs, so yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I already said that. If you like what you've seen so far and you're not subscribed yet, be sure to fix that because you'll love what I've got planned, and hope to see you all in future videos. Take it easy, everyone. Bye-bye.